Hello, welcome back to the channel if you've been with us before, or welcome to the channel if this is your first time with us. This is Lee Allen Presents, and I am your host for this video. I'm Alan, and as you've already seen from the title card, 15 seconds ago at this point, we are back with another unboxing, one that I'm very eager to get into. So that being said, I am just going to tear into this packet. This arrived this morning, or just well, it was a very late morning, the way the postman delivers around here. So I'm just going to pull this straight out and dump that there, make sure there's no address stuff on there. There is not. Because of the cellophane and the lights, I am going to just instantly tear this cellophane off though, just to prevent any glare, if I can do this very carefully and without damaging myself and or the packet. That would be wonderful. Ooh, that was close. Okay, the knife away. So what we've got here is season 7 of the Doctor Who collection, featuring the one and only Jon Pertwee, the Third Doctor. I'm particularly eager to get into this because Jon Pertwee is my favourite Doctor. He's the one that I just enjoyed the most out of all of them. I've seen every single episode. Obviously, this still exists. There is some 97 or so episodes that were binned by the BBC. They are unfortunately were binned. They are doing animations and trying to fill in the blanks for those episodes. And one of the ones that included in this, The Ambassadors of Death, was filmed in black and white, or rather filmed in colour. It was transitioned to black and white markets, and the original was binned. So therefore, the coloration on the Ambassadors of Death on this set is a coloration, much like the DVD, which is behind me here. All 4 of the sets behind me are the original DVDs for the stories in this particular box set. But yeah, so as always, we've got a really nice, wonderful artwork by Lee Binding of Tea Lady Design, along with the J card. So I'm just going to slip this J card off, put the box there a second. Just kind of show this first. We've got obviously the branding there on the main box. We've got no branding, so you can display it with or without the J card. So you've got 7 discs. You've got the rating, which is PG in Britain. On the bottom, we've got a picture of the TARDIS, a bit more detail about the PG rating. On the back of the J card, we have all the information from this set. So Doctor Who, The Collection, Season 7. Continue your Doctor Who archive with the Ultimate Collector's set. So this set features Spearhead from Space, Doctor Who and the Silurians, The Ambassadors of Death, and Inferno. All 25 episodes newly restored for Blu-ray and packed. I can't speak today apparently, or read apparently. Packed with extra material Oh no, I've got a hiccups. That's great. Extra new material including, and then we've got this quite a big box there listing all the brand new material that they've recorded for this particular set. Each disc also contains a range of extensive special features previously released on DVDs, including making of documentaries, featurettes, isolated music score, NTSC DVD episodes. So that's American format. PAL is Europe and UK. NTSC is American. Audio commentaries, infotext, and much more. Starring Jon Pertwee and Caroline John with Nicholas Courtney, who's obviously Liz Shaw and the Brigadier. Then obviously we've got all the information here, the feature length, 825 minutes, 7 BD 50 discs, subtitles, obviously audio navigation, special features. The aspect ratio is 1080i at 16:9 and 4:3 ratios. 16:9 is your standard widescreen, 4:3 would be your old school TV square ratio, or near enough to square. We've got a main soundtrack of DTS HDMA for the audio as well, which should be really good quality, hopefully. So that's the J card. We'll pop that to one side there. And then we'll take a look at the main box set itself. So as I say, we got this beautiful, absolutely stunning artwork, as always, by Lee Binding of Tea Lady Designs. If you haven't seen his work on the other, well, you would have seen them on the other box sets if you've seen any of our previous unboxings. If you haven't seen any of our previous unboxings, I will whack a link somewhere around here for you to check those out. But this chap does some amazing stuff for Doctor Who. So check him out. He's on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, etc. On the spine then, we've got, as usual, we've got the same artwork. We've got the Doctor Who The Collection, Season 7. If you wanted to keep the J card on there, that does also add in the PG rating. That side has the same. I don't know why you would display that side out, but I guess, you've got to put something there. And the same on the top, so the Doctor Who Collection, Season 7. Nothing on the bottom. And on the back, we've got this same image of the bottom of the J card, this wonderful image of the TARDIS going through a time vortex. Absolutely stunning. That would look really nice as a phone wallpaper. I might actually do that. And then let's get into this bad boy, because obviously when we open it up, the first thing we are greeted with is Jon Pertwee himself and what looks to be the first moments of Spearhead from Space, in which the second Doctor has been forced to regenerate by the Time Lords, and he's been stranded on Earth, and he's coming out of the TARDIS for the first time with Jon Pertwee's face, as it were. So we'll go through the discs first. So we've got Spearhead from Space, disc number 1, featuring Autons and Liz Shaw, and obviously the Doctor himself. Doctor Who and the Silurians. A very trendy head there by Mr. Pertwee. Okay, second disc for Doctor Who and the Silurians, featuring some Silurians, obviously. Disc 4, The Ambassadors of Death. Guessing disc 5 will be another... Oh, no, it's not. It's Inferno. Okay, this is a really good quality story. I really like Inferno. It's one of my favorites. It's like an alternate universe. Nicholas Courtney, the Brigadier with his eye patch, and the alternative dimension. And same with Liz Shaw with her brown hair instead of the sort of more blonde. And the last disc is just a bonus disc featuring Jon Pertwee getting some vice grips on some unit troopers. And then underneath, hopefully the camera's picking that up, we've got the opening image of Pertwee from the opening credits from this particular season, emblazoned in the base of the box there. Let's pop that in. I was careful and wary about these because these are so heavy that it might rip the glue off. I've had that happen with a couple of the sets, unfortunately. So then we've got this, I say, with this wonderful image of Jon Pertwee stepping out of the TARDIS for the first time. And if we pop these open, these are not Velcro. If you've not seen our previous unboxings and you haven't gone back to watch them, these are not Velcro. It's more like a plastic interconnection, almost like a ball and ball joint kind of thing, which just clips in. So there's not going to rip off and tear and sort of be like Velcro, which can just leave bits of fibers everywhere, which is quite annoying. So then we've got Silurians, we've got the Brigadier, we've got Caroline John playing Liz Shaw, and obviously Jon Pertwee as the Doctor as well inside there. Nice image on that one. If we open this up further, we get the usual ad booklet, which we'll flick through in a second, followed by the booklet for this particular season. Oh, that's got a bit of a ding on the side there, but this, yeah, okay, not sure how that's happened. And then as we go into it, we've got the interior of the TARDIS for this particular season. It's more of a workshop as opposed to a time machine in this one, because he is stranded on Earth for the next, for this season, I believe most of the next season as well, if I remember correctly. So I always like to look at these. Some unfortunate sort of, you can kind of see too much of a hard edge there. It might make me a bit of a Photoshop snob, as it were, but it probably could have softened that a little bit, made it a little bit more realistic, but just kind of juts out a little bit. But anyway, it's still a nice image. It's still really cool. So we got that there. Let's flick through the booklets. So we've got, let's say we got this, it's going to be like magazines and books and whatnot. Big Finish audio, graphic novel, mobile games, more target novelizations on audiobook, the 15th Doctor's Sonic Screwdriver, the Invasions of Earth, A Secret History, the Gold Archive of Doctor Who, Bringing the Ultimate Monster to Life, the Dalek by Hatchet Partworks. So that's the 3-foot tall Dalek, which you get in installments and you can build. Hoodle, a whodunit adventure through time and space. Okay, using your puzzling powers of logic, plus maybe a sonic screwdriver and some psychic paper, it's down to you to help the Doctor and their companions fight monsters and save the day. That's interesting. I might need to look into that. Leanne does love a bit of a whodunit mystery. And we've gone out of it for the magazine, Doctor Who magazine, which is on some like 613 or 14 issues, I think, at this point. Don't quote me on that one. I might be slightly off. And then some more merch for the last season. And then obviously the same, the nice brand new logo, throwing back to the old soul style Tom Baker logo with the triangle on it, the diamond on it rather, not triangle. I mean, it is a triangle, if you times it by 2, I guess. And then we're going to move on to the book. And this is what tells you everything about what you need to know. So we've got some really nice images, publicity shots and whatnot in these books usually. Got a little blurb about what's happening to the season, what's just happened just before, what's coming up, etc. And then we launch into the disc listings itself. So Spearhead from Space, list the amount of episodes, the broadcast dates, production codes, etc. Who it was written by, produced and directed by. And then it tells you, so this one's got audio commentary 1, audio commentary 2, so 2 different types. A making of documentary, Behind the Sofa, which I find quite fascinating. Jon Pertwee biography, life and career of the Third Doctor. From black and white to colour, exploring the series' transition to colour. So this was the first series that had colour. The previous Second Doctor and First Doctor episodes were all in black and white. Then we've got a feature of the Blu-ray restoration, which could be quite fascinating, actually. And then we go about the development of this particular story. So each one of these then is compartmentalized into their own story. So all of these bits here will be the development, the production of Spearhead from Space. That's quite a big chunk on this one, actually. Nice. Mr. Pertwee looking rather stern there. Kind of not amused by what sat beside him, I think. It's hard to read that expression, I think. Then we've got Doctor Who and the Silurians. So this was 7 episodes as opposed to Spearhead from Space's 4. This is discs 2 and 3. So you got disc 2 and 3 listed there. We got disc 2 followed by disc 3 there. 90-minute movie edition of the Silurians exclusive to Blu-ray on disc 3. Biography of Nicholas Courtney. Documentary exploring the life of writer Malcolm Hulke. So the start, the extra features in these are always really good quality, a really fascinating dive into the classic Doctor Who. It's a shame that some of the actors, Nicholas Courtney, Jon Pertwee, aren't with us anymore to be able to contribute to these, unfortunately. And disc 4, The Ambassadors of Death. So that was a 7-episode serial as well. So that's quite a long one too. Ran from the 21st of March to the 2nd of May. So not as many features on this particular one. I can't remember if there was a second disc for Ambassador's Death. I don't believe there is. Then we go about the development, the production again, as always. And then Inferno with another 7 episodes, which has 3 discs. It's listing as 3. So the extras disc must still be a part of Inferno, I guess. It's disc 5, extended episode. Ooh, okay. Watch the story as transmitted or with a deleted scene from episode 5 reinstated. That's interesting. Making of documentary Behind the Sofa, the Pertwee years introduction, a brief introduction to episode 7 from Jon Pertwee, which appeared in a VHS compilation. Ooh. Okay. I think it's been so long since I've seen some of these. It's going to be fascinating to watch these in their restored state in HD. So again, 90-minute version of the story coming to Blu-ray. I think that's become a bit popular these days, especially with the Daleks in color and the War Games in color, which they did just before Christmas in 2024, where they've taken something like the War Games, for example, had 10 episodes, and they compressed it down to an 80 to 90-minute movie, colorized it. I think a lot of the stories that were shot back then might be seen as a bit slow, a bit plodding. So I think this is a way to try and get the newer generation into the old Who by condensing them down, making them a bit more fast-paced. So you think 7 episodes, that's going to be 2 hours and 20 minutes, 25 minutes-ish, down to 90. That's over an hour, or nearly an hour that you're trimming out of the story. Be interested to see how it compares with actually watching the full Inferno and then watching the 90-minute movie. Yeah. And disc 7 then, in conversation with John Levine, talks to Matthew Sweet in this exclusive interview, Tale of the Suburbs, looking at how the Doctor Who team, production team brought Doctor Who back down to Earth. I'm losing my will to speak, apparently. How will Team Third Doctor found our fiendish escape room, so they started doing this on a few of them, which is pretty cool. So there's quite a lot of nice new extras on there. Some really nice artwork from Lee Binding. I'm going to assume that Lee Binding did all the internal artwork as well. Some beautiful black and white stills from the serial. Some color shots. Okay, so from Inferno, the original videotapes of this story were wiped after broadcast with only black and white film recordings retained. I did not realize that was the same for Inferno. Okay. However, in 1985, lower resolution NTSC color videotapes were returned from Canada. Ah, okay. This allowed the story to be remarketed in color. The tapes needed to be converted to the UK's PAL format first, which introduced various picture artifacts. So there should be a thing somewhere about Ambassadors of Death. Except for episode 1, the color videotape masters of this story were wiped in the early 1970s, with only black and white film copies retained. A single off-air recording for United States color compilation broadcast turned up in the mid-70s and was circulated by fans, though it was played by reception problems. In 1993, colorization was attempted of episodes 5 and 6, but the US color tape was found to be too problematic to complete this story. So it kind of gives information then about how they went through the coloration process for Ambassadors of Death. They say this. A lot of people do see the new Doctor Who. And obviously on the back then we've got one of the beasts from the Silurians in the cave tunnel underneath the Earth. So a lot of people see the new Doctor Who as woke, and there is a lot of woke elements in there. Some unnecessary elements that might irk people. I've spoken to fans who have said they're never watching Doctor Who because of the last season that they put out. But the old stuff, in my mind, can't be beaten. It's raw. It's what they did for the budgets that they had. My God, these people were miracle workers, honestly. And what we've got here then, we've got from right to left is 7, 8, 9, and 10. These are all the Pertwee box sets out at the moment on Blu-ray. We have one left to go, which will be season 11, in which obviously Jon Pertwee meets his demise, per se, in the Planet of the Spiders and transitions over to Tom Baker. So I'm very keen to be able to get through all of Pertwee very soon, hopefully, in glorious HD. Stunning, absolutely stunning. I'm really happy with these sets so far. We are getting so close now to having the full run. It'll be interesting to see what they do with the rest of the black and white series. Obviously, a lot of the episodes still remain unexisting. I don't know if that's a proper word, but I'm going to use it anyway. But yeah, so thank you for watching, and we hope you've enjoyed this very short unboxing for Doctor Who, the collection, season 7. As I say, if you haven't seen our previous unboxings, there will be a link somewhere up on the screen there for you to be able to go and check them out. I haven't done them all, but if you did go back and you wanted to see more of the ones prior to the ones where we started, as these started coming up before we had our YouTube channel, just let us know in the comments below which ones you want to see, and I'm happy to do that and sort of do a retroactive unboxing for any box sets that we've not unboxed on the channel yet. As always, don't forget to like the video if you liked it. Make sure you give that good old thumbs up for us and hit that subscribe button and the notification bell. So when the next set does release, or the next board game that we get arrives, or even a video game, which may be coming this month, hint, hint, we will be unboxing on the channel. Then you'll get a notification saying, hey, you know, Lee Allen Presents has just uploaded this unboxing or that unboxing. We're doing gameplays or whatever. Don't forget to check out our link tree in the description to this video down below as well, which will take you to our social medias. We're on Facebook, Instagram, and X. Engage with us on all those platforms, and obviously in the comments down below. Who's your favorite Doctor? Is it Pertwee? Is it Baker? Is it Ncuti Gatwa? I do like Ncuti Gatwa. It's just some of the writing's a bit. But you know, it is what it is. Everyone likes a different Doctor for different reasons. Let us know yours down below in the comments or on the any of our social media platforms that we've got in our link tree as well. And again, want to thank you for watching this video, and we will see you in the next one. So bye for now.